Today we're going to be looking at 3 Mario Golf games released for the 3 Game Boy handheld systems. The first one's just called Golf, next one's Mario Golf on the Game Boy Color, and then Mario Golf Advanced Tour on the Game Boy Advance. So the first game on this in this group is going to be it's called Golf, but I know it's not technically Mario Golf, but I mean look at the box, you're pretty much playing as Mario. And it's Golf. So, originally released on Game Boy in 1989 apparently, since they just put that on the screen here. Let's go ahead and take a look at this. We just got 1-player, 2-player to start off. And, in fact, we're just going to go ahead and start with putting in my name here. These are actually 2 different save slots, 1 and 2. And you got 2 18-hole courses to choose from, Japan and USA. I know it's like really old, but I really like the chiptune music in this game. I don't know why, I just like every track in this game. There aren't a whole lot either. So here's the thing with this game. It is very simple, and I would argue that of the 3 games we're going to look at today, this is probably the closest one that comes to what real-life golf is like. Because here's all you get. You get your choice of clubs and where you're going to aim. You can choose your aiming by pressing left and right, and you change clubs by pressing up and down. And you can use any club. If you want to press B, you can check out the map. You can still aim from this screen. Every time you start a new hole, it'll aim you straight towards the pin. It doesn't necessarily aim you where you should go, it just aims you straight towards the pin. So like if I were to hit from here, I'd most likely end up in the water. But if I press B again, I can look at the flag where the green is. And this is the thing that's with all these games that we're looking at today, is the green, it has these kind of arrows on it, and those just indicate slopes. It's pointing in the direction that the ball will go because the land is sloped that way. And the thicker arrows just mean it's sloped more. So if we come back here, we can, the music stops as we prepare our shot, and we can still aim if we want, but our club is selected. And then if we can manage to hit inside those 2 black bars, we'll get a super shot. Sweet. Fairway. Alright. Music starts back up again. I can take another shot, or take another look at where I'm going to shoot. And here's the thing. All I get for information is the direction I'm shooting in. I don't know how far I'm going to hit. That's the thing that's most like real golf, is you just have to know what clubs are going to hit roughly how far. Like, if I'm trying to get a perspective here, I can see this curve in the water is that curve right there, so I'm like halfway there is what that is. I don't know, I'll just take a 3-iron. That's just gonna be my guess. And that second black bar on the left is not there anymore. That's only there with the 1 wood when you're teeing off. Oh, and of course, hitting to the left of that black bar on your, I guess I should explain the meter a little bit better. As you're going to hit, so the first time the arrow goes out, that's determining how much power you have. How much power is in the shot. I do not want to use a 3-iron for sure. Let's go down to a sand wedge. And then the second, when it comes back, is determining your aim. So if I hit like to the left, then the ball is then I'm hitting on the left side of the ball, which is gonna make it go right. If I hit on the right side of that black box, then I'm gonna be hitting on the right side of the ball, which is gonna make it go left. Just like that. Also, there's an interesting thing about, I guess not interesting, but there's the way that the accuracy works is that as soon as you hit your power, that arrow comes back on the meter, and so I'm gonna want to aim above that hole there. Hold on, how much power do I? Oh shoot! So I guess when putting, this is not the same with the other games, but when putting in this game, if as soon as you start that swing, you're putting, and you can't take it back. Let's see, halfway is like that. Let's do another bit like that. Double bogey. So let's just do one more hole, just to like kind of let you know what's going on. There is the wind, as you can see that arrow on the right, that with the 3 underneath it, that is the wind speed. 3 is not very strong. I mean, there are a lot of stats that the game gives you, but unless you like familiarize yourself with how, I don't know, you got to get really familiar with how your clubs work, and I mean, there are only 2 18-hole courses, so there's not a ton of content here, but it'll take you a lot of practice to sort of, I guess, really understand. Ooh, that was bad. It'll take you a lot of practice to understand like how all the clubs work. Like obviously I want to use a sandwich here, but if I hit full power, how far is it going to go? I don't know. I just have to know from experience of playing the game. And that's why I relate it mostly to real golf, because in real golf, this is all you really have, is where you're aiming and what club you're going to use. You don't know how far it's going to hit unless you just have the experience of knowing how far each club generally hits when you use it. And also, this is probably about as well as I play golf in real life. And I've only played a handful of times. But my point being, you just don't know how much power you've got, and you'll probably get like a double bogey at best. Alright, so that's enough with this game. Let's go ahead and take a look at the next one on the list. So this one, Mario Golf, actually played on the Game Boy Color. 1999, it looks like. Let's go ahead and get started here. One player mode. So this game, what's interesting about this game is that you actually create your own character. I mean, you've got Mario and Luigi, and some of these characters that are just made for this game. They are kind of involved in the story. But yeah, you can create your own character. Let's go ahead. You've got your choice of, you can just go straight into a tournament, or you can play against a character that you want to play against. Oh, Wario's in here as an unlockable character. I guess maybe if you beat him. I just haven't done that yet, I guess. We can just play a stroke round of golf, training. But the clubhouse, this is like the main game mode. So you come in here, and you can move around. There's a whole map and everything that you can not necessarily explore. This is really just kind of like, it is kind of like just a step above a level select, but you can go out to different courses. There are 4 courses here with 18 holes, and here you can sign up for to play a game right here. I've beaten the game, so everyone recognizes me as the champion. But you can come out to these places, and there are like sometimes different challenges you can take on. I want to note, if I pull up stars here on this menu, there are these different little side activities you can do. Like here I'm at the Palm Club, there's a shot lesson, an approach lesson, and a putting contest. Those are found out in these different areas. I believe one of these guys does the does the contest. I don't know if you could repeat them. But yeah, if you talk to all these random NPCs, they'll actually give you, I guess, advice on playing golf. Some of it applies to the game, some of it only applies to like real golf. But yeah, I guess I can't repeat the putting contest. But you can come out to these places and just start shooting wherever you want. It's short. But yeah, you can practice at any of these random spots. I guess I should note that the meter at the bottom of the screen, the gameplay is pretty much exactly the same as the old Game Boy one, which is why I included it in this list. You got that power meter there, and it goes a little differently. Oh, that was nice. But yeah, you can keep practicing. How do I quit practicing? There we go. You've got character stats in this game. So as you play rounds of golf, you get experience points, and that levels you up. And then you can attribute those, when you level up, you get to add a point to something like your drive, the height of your shot, the draw or fade of your shot, whether it goes left or right when you hit, how much control you have, like the narrow, poor, wide, good. These are just different aspects of your shot that you can influence. And then, outside of a regular game of golf, there are these side areas. These actually are unlocked by doing different things in the game. Well, this is just the golf clinic, that's always there. But like this one, Ravenwood's Golf Course. This is like a little thing where, oh, you can't even repeat some of these things. But there was a guy here, there was a crow with his hat on top of this pole, and you had to stay some distance away and shoot your ball and hit the pin, which was, you know, difficult. You had to practice a lot. Took me a lot of shots. But yeah, if you just go to one of these clubs, you can. What your goal of the game is to go to each of these clubs and win the tournament, and of course you can just repeat them over and over until you win. But it is like a regular stroke golf game. So the information given you here is a little different, so you can actually see where the ball is supposed to land. So that's different from the first game, where you had no idea where the ball was going to land, you just knew where you were aiming and what club you were using. Here, you can change your club and see where the ball would land at full power. And I must stress at full power, because there are a lot of factors that go into where the ball actually ends up. One of them is the type of land you're on. It says 98 over 100 right now, so we're gonna get, I guess, 98? I don't know how to read that, but it's gonna go most of the distance it's supposed to go. And then you got the wind, which, I don't know, it should be blowing it forward. So, I don't know exactly how that's going to play out, but I don't think it'll affect it too much. If we hit from here, you got another screen here. You can look at your character as they swing. But you can also, I believe, turn that off if you want. 3D screen is what it's called. So if I turn that off and I go to hit, now it'll be just this overhead view. And that is a perfect shot. It'll say nice shot. And as you can see, it landed about where it said it was going to land. And I'm gonna aim like that and maybe hit a little short. Oh, I tried to hit a little short. Okay, and you can see on the green there are those same arrows indicating slopes and such. Now if we want to change our aiming, so here's the thing about this game. Even though it shows you generally where you're going to land, you can't see, like with this sand wedge, I can't really see where it's going to land. If I hit camera mode, now I can kind of see where it's going to land, but I can't change my aiming while I'm doing that. So if I want to try putting, from off the green. I can do that. See how far that. Ooh, that was pretty close. So I'm on the green. Now I've got a par putt opportunity. Just hit the ball in. And yeah, there's these little animation screens at the end of every time you put the ball in the hole. It's going to give you a little animation screen based on your shot. So if we want to use... Oh yeah, there's powers now. So you can press B while you're aiming, and you can use the power. Now it shows P6 down there next to the 1 wood. That's how many powers I have. As I use them, if you get a perfect shot, it won't use a power. But if you don't get a perfect shot, it'll consume 1 power. So now I have 5 left, P5. So that just gets you to not use powers every shot, because you're likely not going to get a perfect shot every time. Also, I guess it's different from the previous game, but on your aim, if I get back to a normal club, oh, that was short. I could have gotten a birdie, but nope. Gotta get par. Alright, so, as you can see, on the aiming part, there's kind of like another line underneath there. That is within the range that you won't completely ruin your shot. So if I don't hit like exactly perfectly on my aim, but I get within that line, it'll go at least straight. If I hit outside that line, watch this. Then it completely duffs it, and it pretty much won't go anywhere. And that line changes depending on your club and the terrain you're in. So using a wood in the rough, I've got like no chance unless I hit it perfectly. In iron, I got a little bit more chance. As I get up to the 5 iron, I got much better chance. And I hit it perfectly anyway. But I should also emphasize, so I'm on the fairway, it says it's going to land way out there. But if I'm not on the fairway, and it pretty much goes the distance it said it was going to go, for the most part. If I'm not on the fairway and I'm in the rough, it says it's going to land just past the pin. Well, accommodating for wind, let's go ahead and aim over here. But since I'm in the rough, even if I hit close to full power, it's not going to go nearly as far as it says it's going to go. Because you have to take into account the land you're on. And I think this also applied to the previous game, but it was harder to tell because you had no idea where it was going to land anyway, without experience. Also, it changes the clubs for you, so it's automatically put me on the sand wedge. The previous game, it would automatically put you on whatever club you used last, so you had to manually pick what club you want to use. Here it does give you the club you should use, generally speaking, and it's up to you to change it or not. And then I just kind of have to gauge. I want to hit maybe halfway. Yeah, that was pretty good. It's really not a slope affecting me here, but I'm gonna hit full power. You always want to hit a little bit past the hole. Oh yeah, that's a bogey. That's not good. But as you can tell already, with the help of knowing where the ball is going to land, it improves your score so much. Like I was getting double bogey. I got double bogey on the 2 holes I played on the last game. Here I've gotten par most of the time, except that last one I was just screwing around, so I ended up getting a bogey. Oh no, into the sand. It's okay, we can recover. Let's just finish this hole right here. I'll go ahead and hit full power, expecting the sand to slow me down. And it really did. Alright, birdie putt. Alright. And yeah, so when you do your character creation, let's go ahead and quit out of here. Alright, so the versus mode actually requires you to have multiple game packs in order to do. Not so with the Game Boy Advance game, which we'll look at next. Under status, you can look at best shots, which allows you to watch replays of whatever recent shots you've had in the game. So you can just take a look at those. And of course, I don't think I mentioned this yet, but you can link this up with the Nintendo 64 game. And you can transfer in your character to play there. But yeah, I think it's pretty cool that you can have like 3 custom characters. That's basically like 3 save files. That's not the case for the Game Boy Advance game. So that's like one advantage that this has over the Game Boy Advance game. When you do your character creation, you can choose, obviously, your name, but also there are a couple different characters to choose from. So male, you got these 2 options, this guy and this kid. And then for female, you got these 2 right here. Basically a kid and an adult version of each. You can choose left or right-handed. I don't think that really makes a difference in the play, but it's there so for your perspective. And I cannot back out from here, so from this point we're going to go check out the next game. So here's the last game we're going to be looking at today. This is Mario Golf Advance Tour. So it's kind of like the same thing as the previous game, where you've got a custom character that you create, and you've actually got another world map to explore, and it's pretty much the same game as the last one. So here's that Palm Club that we were at. As you remember, this is like the golf clinic. And here is that, well, it's not the same challenge as before, but it is a challenge. So yeah, the side games are different, but for the most part, the rest of the game basically is pretty much the same. Like even the holes that you play on, if I have a chance to just show these off, the holes are exactly the same. So again, there are 4, oh, I guess technically 5. And this applies to the last game too. There are 5 courses of 18 holes each. I forgot, I said 4 in the last one, but there's actually 5. But yeah, look at this. These are the exact same courses. Now, you got a little more information here, and I think between these 2, so obviously the first Mario Golf game that's not called Mario Golf, it's just called Golf. That game has its own 2 18-hole courses. The Game Boy Color and Game Boy Advance game have the same 18-hole courses, but this game's got a few more additional bits of information and features, which kind of makes, between the 2, Game Boy Color and Game Boy Advance, makes this one the definitive version, because, like I said, they are the exact same 2 whole courses. So here, what's nice is that not only do you see where you're going to aim with each club that you choose, but you also see the arc of the ball. And then also, if you want to change your aiming, so you can choose how much power you're using. I mean, you can see how much, if you use so much power, that's where you're aiming, is really what I should say. Because how much power is still up to you. Now, there are 2 different ways to hit the ball now. One way is the normal way, where you press A and then B, and then it comes back and you choose your aim. However, in this game, they've got a second option for how you want to hit the ball. Now, if you want to aim yourself, which, if you're going to be playing this at a high level, you're going to want to aim yourself most of the time. There we go. But here you go. Here's I did this on my first shot in the last game. If you want to not worry about, I mean, if you want to play more casually is the way I should put it, is instead of pressing B when when the meter goes all the way out here, you just press A and it will sort of auto aim for you. And now as you see, it didn't land perfectly, my aim. It's a little bit off from center, and that's the thing. The auto aim, it can hit randomly in that area. It won't always hit perfectly for you. In fact, most of the time it won't, but it does have the chance of hitting perfectly. Really, I just want to say, oh, that was... Okay. So yeah, the auto aim, sometimes it'll hit for you, sometimes it won't. So it won't like guarantee you get your power shot back. You also have those power shots again. If I just keep using auto aim, it seems to be landing in the same spot. Strangely enough. Let's go ahead. Wow, that was a lot of power actually. So yeah, like I said, they are the exact same holes, but obviously being on Game Advance, they look a bit nicer. And if I want to use the auto aim, see, look at that. That one's a lot more farther off. And that's the risk you have to run if you want to play casually by having an auto aim, is sometimes it'll just mess up your shot like that. But if we want to, there are other options. There are a lot more options to on how you hit. So if you hold B, you can actually kind of look at what happens when you aim at different spots on the ball. As you can see on the right there, you can kind of aim with how you're gonna hit the ball. You could hit the ball on different spots. I didn't really show that in the previous game, but it's the way they did it was it might be the same here. When the meter is coming back is when you then press on the control pad where you want to go. And here it's kind of the same, but the first game you just held the direction. Here you kind of tap the direction where you want to aim on the ball as it's happening. Whoa! That was actually a really good shot for as bad as it was executed. Let's go ahead and putt here. There is no auto aim for putting because you just choose how much power you have. There's no aiming. But anyway, let's go ahead and let's just give up. We're gonna quit this tournament. Oh, no giving up. Oh. No. Yes. We're gonna go to the lodge. So those are all my trophies because I've completed the all the tournaments in the game. There are singles and doubles tournaments because in this game you get a partner. I mean, you can play when you choose your character that you can play. So you can pick the boy or the girl, but whoever you don't pick is going to be your doubles partner. So if you go around anywhere where they're having a tournament, you can play doubles. So there are other side games here. There's like a ring. It's not a ring game, but it's like a gate game where you kind of try to hit in between these gates all the way to the end. And there's just 4 different sets of challenges in here. But yeah, there's a whole ton more game modes in this. The Game Boy Advance version, Advance Tour I should say. So there are a lot. This is definitely my favorite of the two. I would put the original Mario Golf. I would still play the original Mario Golf just because of the, I guess, simpleness of it. Alright, so what I'm trying to do here is I'm not going for the green. I need to hit over here in between these gates. That's the goal I'm going for. And I'm going to be casual and auto swing. Sometimes it does perfectly aim for you. And yeah, that's the goal of this. And there are other things, like there's a club slots game mode where it randomly kind of picks a club for you, and you just gotta use that, or it picks a random set of clubs for you, like a few clubs that you have to use to get through a hole. And this game also has experience points where you level up your character and choose how to allocate those experience points. And it goes for your partner as well. You also level up your partner. Let's not continue this. But yeah, if I look at character data, you can see my stats. I got my drive, height, shot, impact, control, spin. And then also for my partner character, who is like half level as I am, because as I was going through the doubles tournaments, I did those first, and I was kind of leveling them up evenly. And then after that, I did all the single player, non-double stuff, and I would just put all the experience points to me because I'm not using a partner character at that point. And yeah, that is pretty much the game. It is very much like the Game Boy Color game, but a lot more stuff to do. All the courses are exactly the same as Game Boy Color game, so I really wouldn't play the Game Boy Color game if you can play this game. Yeah, there's singles, doubles tournaments, match play where you have people that kind of like want to. You just face off against those individual people, and here are like all the stars for like side things, those approach contests and lessons. Those are also in each of these locations. If you go to like the side areas here. Oops, there's just one side area, I guess. And you come out here. Also, there are like other side game-like things. There's like these little secret areas where there'll be like originally there was like a Monty Mole showed up over here, and I had to hit him with my ball, and they moved over there and I hit him with my ball. So there are like little secret things that like they just give you like extra items for experience points and changing your stats. And yeah, you can come out here, and there are these little side games. What am I trying to do? I'm just trying to land over here. So yeah, I would definitely say advance towards the definitive handheld Mario Golf experience. Oh, I'm trying to sync it? Yeah, let's go ahead and quit this. Also, this game kind of gives you a little hint on who has side activities for you to do. It's all the guys with sunglasses on. Not that you can tell if they aren't looking at you, but this guy, he's got sunglasses on. Yeah, so here you can do like a putting test. Whoops, that's way too much power. And you complete these things, you get experience points, and then you get experience points from doing tournaments. Oh, that's gonna be short. You can choose quick game from the main menu. You can play against, they got Mario, Peach, Yoshi, and DK to play as in this game. The other characters like Wario and such, and Luigi even, they are unlocked by connecting this to the GameCube game, which means if you only have the Game Boy Advance game, you're never going to get those characters. But that's okay, because it's really just about the story characters. You can really look up actual like golf terms. And then records. So if you have a really, really cool shot, you can view it here. And it'll just save random shots that you have throughout playing the game. It might only count single player. I guess I don't know for sure. Look at that. This is obviously not a standard course. But yeah, if you have any cool shots, you can rewatch them here. And then you can only save like... Oh, that's nice. You can only save... there's only like room for 5 at a time, but you can lock them. the R button, you can lock them so they don't get overwritten with other newer replays. And then you can look at all your same single player stats, see who you've beaten. Also, there are star versions of holes, so you can get like basically just like gimmicky versions, I guess. Real quick, the versus multiplayer, it lets you play with a game link and without a game link. So without a game link, it's just, you can put up to 4 players to play, and you just take turns, just pass the Game Boy around, which is something you could do with any handheld golf game, I would think. I also haven't even mentioned yet, but this game also introduces the ability to fine-tune your shots a bit more. So you got the auto aim when you just press A at the end of here. When you press B and it comes back, you've got a few different options. You can double press B again to backspin. And I mean, the effect of that is sort of minimal on the fairway. In fact, let's go ahead and check it out on the green. That's probably the best place to do this. You got your regular backspin, which looks like this. You've got a regular topspin if you just press A twice. That's gonna go like this. It's the same thing. Oh, I didn't even show it because I guess I bounced too much. Didn't show it. And then if you, I guess, press the other button right after your first button press at the end here, you can do a super backspin if you do BA. And then the same thing, you can do a super topspin if you press AB. And basically it's just a much more powerful backspin or topspin. And these are just to help you fine-tune your shots, how you can eventually land in. Man, the top spins are not showing. I'm gonna try this again. Gotta get a top spin in there somewhere, just to show it off. Well, I guess I can't make the shot. You'll just have to trust me. It's basically the same thing as a super backspin, but it's just the top spin. And of course, you can link this game up with the GameCube games to transfer your character over and play there. If you have any questions, let me know. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.